The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Alongside Carson-Newman women's golf head coach Suzanne Strudwick, I am Danielle Whaley, and this is the Eagles Sports Network as we delve into the women's golf fall slate that has just been announced. But before we get into that, let's take a look at the roster really quickly. You lose a key standout career leader in Elizabeth England, but you do have a bunch of your girls returning as well as a few new faces to the team. How important is it for the group to kind of reassess and find new leadership as you get ready to start this brand new season?
Yeah, I think losing Elizabeth, it's a lot. She was definitely a big standout for us, but you know, we have a tremendous amount of talent still left on the team, and some of the freshmen that really showed a lot of promise that were big factors for us, Jayla Sims, you know, just players like that, Matilda, that really stepped up in their freshman year. I'm excited. So Taylor Hayes, you know, as a senior, the surprise was Anna Davenport, as you know, coming on as a walk-on and being really a factor towards the end of the year was wonderful, and all she did was improve. You know, and for me, the biggest one that I really want to do well, and I'm pulling for is Rachel Watts. She's a member at my home club, practicing there, all summer. So I've been able to keep up with her, and I can see how hard she's worked. So, you know, I'm really pulling for her to do well. So, yes, we've lost a tremendous player in Elizabeth, but I think with the new talent coming in, I think we'll be fine. You know, and it's going to be exciting. It's leaving room for those players to step up. You know, so.
And with the 4 events that you have scheduled for the fall, there is a bit of time between each of them, but it starts off with a bang early on in September. What was your mindset as you were kind of piecing together this fall slate?
Yeah, I think for me, getting that invite pretty early on in the summer to play in Indianapolis's event, and that was because of how well we played in Tribeca's event last year. We finished second, beat a number 4, beat another number 7 team in the country, and just was 2 shots behind Indianapolis themselves. So, you know, that kind of put us on notice. Now, I know we didn't carry that on as such in the spring, but what it did, it really put us in the mark and put us on that spotlight for those regional, our way above what our conference can provide. So for me, playing in that event and getting that invite this year is huge. It's going to be stacked with top 20 teams. So it really, right off the bat, I mean, we've only got a week's practice before we go there, so I'm really hoping that, you know, I've communicated enough with the girls that you got to come in ready, because there's no preseason here. We're playing our toughest event right off the bat. So with the freshmen coming in, we've got Maeve Cummings from Ireland, who's a really gritty player, won the Ulster Girls Championship last year. We've got Ellie Carlson, a transfer from a small school in California. I'm really excited for her. She's got a lot of talent, was very underutilized where she was, and I think she's going to feature. She's going to be one of the conference's best players. And she's just be a sophomore. And then we've got Emma Hasty from New York that is going to be one of those promising players that's just going to improve every single tournament, every single year. So I'm excited for where we are and what we've got coming up.
And after you start off the season facing the reigning national champion in their own tournament, you get to stay home for a while in Tennessee. But there are 2 events, the King Invitational and the Music City Invitational, where there has been success recently for the team, back-to-back wins at King, and then as you spoke of with the second place finish last year. How crucial is it for the team to kind of keep that success in their minds, but also try to just keep the momentum going from those successes to have a good showing this time?
Yeah, and I think, you know, going to Kings, that's always satisfying. Second year in a row that we've won that. Elizabeth was defending individual championship and won it. So obviously I want one of our girls to step up and, you know, do the same thing. But yeah, playing on home turf almost, is a tremendous asset. It's the kids get to stay, we get to commute on campus. And so, I'm sure King doesn't like it, but we sure like it. And it's, playing in front of Tennessee fans where families can come up and watch, that's always, a benefit. Going to Tribeca's event, it's a completely different conference for us. So there are teams there that we never face. We would face them when we play the national championship. So that's the advantage, see what's out there. And it's a great golf course for us. We found that out last year. The team responded very well. They gained a lot of confidence from playing in that and playing so well.
And the fall closes off in a new fashion, the Jekyll O'Lantern, very festive named tournament that you'll get to take part in at the end of October. But this is a big event in terms of conference play because it is hosted by Coker and LMU. How beneficial will it be for you and for the girls to kind of see the conference opponents that you get to face later on in the spring as you close out the fall?
Yeah, and the spring schedule is stacked with conference events. So we typically, we're coming back in our last event to that event will be huge for us just to see where we are. Yeah, I mean, you got your usual suspects, LMU, Newberry, you've got, let me see, Wingate are always heavy challenges, and they've done tremendously well the last couple of years. Lenore Ryan have really played and stacked their roster with some excellent players. So for me, coming and playing the last one is going to see where we are. We would have gained momentum, so hopefully we're right on form. Let's see where we are in that big conference tournament, and then we've got the rest of the winter to really work on some things. So it's a good schedule, I think.
A lot to look forward to in the fall. It's a busy time, but it is exciting for a brand new year. So best of luck this fall, and thank you so much for your time, Coach.
Thank you so much.
She is head coach Suzanne Strudwick. I'm Danielle Whaley, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.